What's up, everybody? Dave Goloni just broke the internet with the official trailer for the AHSOKA series, and I wanted to go over it because boy oh boy is it packed full of goodies. I'm not going to go over every shot, but I am going to hit a lot of it because my nerdy brain was going crazy watching this, so without further delay, let's get into it. It opens with Balin and Shin attacking a rebel ship as the late Ray Stevenson delivers a powerful "We are no Jedi" and propels his blade through the rebel officer. I know there was some outrage over these sabers and their color not looking right and such, but I do very much believe Dave Filoni when he says it's intentional, and these likely are Dark Jedi, Balin and Shin that is, rather than true Sith or Jedi. We cut to the titular character and her monologue of Thrawn's return as heir to the Empire. I know this was reused, but what can I say? I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff, and it sent chills through my body hearing it again. Then there's a shot of this ruin that looks a lot like the setting of the stone on Tython in Mando Season 2, and that shot reveals it's connected to the Force, in my opinion, because of its appearance as Balin, Shin, and Morgan Elsbeth activated. I do think this will somehow be related to how they reach the unknown regions to rescue Thrawn in their case, and in our hero's case, rescue Ezra. After that, we get a deeper look into Hera as she's risen in the ranks of the rebellion since we last saw her in Rebels, and she's asking what seems to be the Council who decides their activity to help her prevent another war, but it feels like they won't be doing so just based on the tension in the room. Not only that, but it cuts to Ahsoka and Huyang exiting Ahsoka's ship right after that, and it doesn't kind of feel like a coincidence. I'm getting the vibe that we're going to be seeing a rogue mission for the Ghost Crew in this series. Also, on the topic of Hera and Huyang, go check out my short from yesterday in regards to the Lego leak for the series. I think there's going to be some pretty interesting stuff going on. Hera suggests Ahsoka gets Sabine to help them out as she's seemingly been on her own back on the Fall for some time. That's the way the trailer presents it at least. I'm not quite sure. Well, it is very likely that she's the one she's going to get because those two are the partners in crime for most of the series. I just get the feeling it might be someone else. Now, hear me out here. I know I sound crazy. I know it's not going to happen, but I'm going to tell you it's going to happen because I want it to. Don't you think for a big threat like Grand Admiral Thrawn, Hera, someone who's lost to him in the past, might just ask Ahsoka to seek out Luke Skywalker, the man who took down the Empire? That's who I would send her to go get if I was in that situation, but I doubt that'll be the case. One can hope, though. Like I was saying, it's almost certainly Sabine, though, as she even calls Ahsoka Master in one scene during the trailer, maybe teasing she'll be Force sensitive and trained as a Jedi. I mean, we certainly see her wielding Ezra's lightsaber around quite a bit. Then we get to our first true look at Amanis Fondi as Ezra Bridger. He describes the difficulty of being a Jedi and the tough choices you have to make to Sabine, and this just makes me believe more and more that maybe, just maybe, she's going to get her own saber and become a Jedi. I mean, who knows what Dave is cooking for this show? He's the man. He will do whatever he wants to. Sabine cuts her vibrant hair and returns to the short-haired look we're familiar with in Rebels and puts her armor back on for the first time in what seems to be a while. Ahsoka, Sabine, and Huyang head off, likely to find Ezra. We get a classic Star Wars shot of Sabine blasting enemy ships, and then the next second they're flying right towards a Purrgil and diving under it. I mean, Dave literally could not have cooked any harder with this series. It looks incredible. Also worth noting, Rosario's in a different outfit as Ahsoka here, and it looks really cool in my opinion. Feels like her kind of pilot outfit maybe. Definitely resembles the Rebel pilot outfits from the original trilogy. Then, we get it. Our first official look at Lars Mikkelsen as Grand Admiral Thrawn, and he looks dope. This is my most anticipated character in the series and beyond, so to see him now, it just felt so damn good. We get another look at Sabine and Shin fighting as Sabine uses Ezra's saber, and now that I'm saying this, I'm not sure the one I saw before was publicly released, so this might be your first time seeing this. But there's another scene and it's really cool. It looks like it's on the fall. Either way, she's going to have multiple fights with Shin using Ezra's saber. You might even remember, if you've been around the channel for some time, I covered a story from a very reliable insider, Jason Ward at MakingStarWars.net, that said even when they're reunited with Ezra, she's still using his saber and he uses that new karate-inspired force moves he's learned in the unknown regions for his survival. So it seems, at least for a good majority of the series, she's the one wielding the saber, and it seems Ahsoka has definitely trained her if she's calling her master. Then we get the face-off between Balin and Shin, where he tells her that Anakin spoke highly of her as the Vader breathing plays over the music. Just the thought of Hayden donning the robes once again in a flashback in a series that counts, the other one doesn't, don't even mention it, with Balin at the temple is amazing. Maybe that's even where we see the young Ahsoka who's been long rumored to be portrayed by House of Dragon Savannah Stein. At the point of this shot, it seems Hera has joined the pair on their adventures as she says, once a rebel, always a rebel, which, like I said earlier, it feels like this series is one big rogue mission for the Ghost crew. Of course, she could have been there the whole time just in the Ghost, but either way, it doesn't really matter. She's there now. Hu Yang mentioned that they have a lot of work to do, and as I said in my video Tuesday about Jason Syndulla, and months ago when I talked and speculated about not only Jason, but Grogu as well, I think someone's getting a new saber in this show. Maybe it's even Ezra. Maybe he gives his to Sabine and builds his own. Maybe he's a purple one too. Regardless, I do think that's what they're kind of referring to in this line. Either Jason or Ezra, most likely, constructing a new saber, and that's what the homie Hu Yang is there for. It was what he was made for. We then see Ahsoka flying down to a planet that, to me at least in this very dim image, looks like Malachor 5, which is of course where the big Ahsoka versus Vader fight happens in Star Wars Rebels. It's a pretty significant place in this group's past, and with the dark side of the Force, so I wouldn't be too surprised if we visit it during the series. The trailer ends with Ahsoka fighting the Inquisitor we saw in the first trailer, and who I continue to believe will be Barriss Offee until I am physically proven otherwise by the show itself. It's the exact kind of thing Dave knows we would love, and I think he'd love even more than us, so I think he'll do it. However, it very well could just be another Inquisitor. Whoever it is, the action with them looks very cool, so I'm going to be excited either way. We also find out that we're looking at a 2-episode premiere for the show on August 23rd, so mark your calendars. That's great news, and this was a great trailer, but as always, I want to know what you guys thought about it, so let me know if this trailer hit for you down in the comments. If you're excited about the series, you'll want to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any updates or my coverage of the show come August, and make sure you have a great day.